gonna go through what the semester system is. So the semester system consists of two 15-week grading periods, which start around mid to late August and end around late May. And so generally the semester system in comparison to the quarter system is that they have longer winter and spring breaks, and they tend to have a little bit more downtime. So a couple pros of the semester system. There's a job opportunity increase. And so generally, students in the semester system graduate 1 month prior to students in the quarter system. So internships that go based off of this semester system, generally the students in the semester system have an advantage when finding employment after school. And according to Mitch Smith in an Inside Higher Education article published in February of 2012, only 14% of colleges in the United States use the quarter system. And on top of this, there's a way easier time transferring for transfer students, since lots of CCs are based off the semester system, and so the schedules just easily match up. On top of this, there's a longer time exposure allowed in the semester system classes, so that allows for greater quality of instruction. And so by eliminating a registration week and a registration period, this allows for an increase in the amount of effective instructional time that the teacher is allowed to give to the student. And so instead of just facts, students can learn more about theories and generalizations, and also just go more in depth on certain topics. And according to Concordia University in Portland, Oregon, students need time to absorb new concepts, and forcing them to learn quicker proves inadequate in education. On top of this, there's an increased student interaction since you have 5 extra weeks with your specific teacher. And so the teacher has more time to understand the student needs, and so they can just be more personable with each other. The student could just feel more comfortable to ask questions and therefore have a better time succeeding. And the semester system also allows for adjustment into academic life. So there's more time between tests since there's a 15-week period instead of 10. So there's more time for students to prepare, and there's not always like a quiz around the corner. And there's a greater collaboration between peers and faculty. And also, if students realize that they're having trouble halfway through a course, they still have time to work and improve on their performance. According to Top Writings Reviews blog, many current textbooks are actually written specifically for semesters, which means that they cover more in-depth material that some quarter system teachers actually have to skip over because they just don't have enough time to cover. And finally, a large benefit of the semester system is that there's only 2 final weeks instead of
3. Alright, those are some interesting points. However, now I'm going to talk to you guys about why the quarter system is beneficial. So we talked a little bit about the semester system, but here's the difference. You can see, so it's divided into 3 terms as opposed to 2, and at 10 weeks each as opposed to 15 weeks each, running from about September to June. So according to Brianna Burrows' 2016 article, What is the Difference Between Quarters, Semesters, and Trimesters, only about 10% of colleges in the United States are on quarter system. So this is a very small percentage, and Cal Poly is one of those schools. So today I'm going to talk to you not only about why Cal Poly should stay on the quarter system, but why it can be beneficial for other schools to switch to it. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about the advantages of the quarter system. The first being variety. According to Asad Ramzanali in his 2010 article, Quarter System Better for Students and Faculty, quarter system students take 3 to 4 classes per grading period, while semester students tend to take 4 to 5 classes per grading period. So on average, quarter system students are taking 6 more classes than semester system students would. And that's a really good thing, because when you come out of college, you have knowledge in like 6 extra classes, and that can be helpful because you can put that on your resume under relevant coursework. In James Ray's 2016 article, Semester versus Quarter, Which System Serves Students Best, she talks about how it can possibly be easier to double major or minor on the quarter system because of the variety and extra classes you get to take. And then in Lindsay Hale's 2017 article, College That Operates on a Quarter System, she goes in to talk about how the extra classes you take make it so that you get to meet more professors and faculty, So you're expanding your networking system, and that's always helpful because professors can help you during college and after college. So it's always nice to have more people in your circle. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about the GPA on the quarter system. In Kelly David's 2014 article, The Quarter System, she says that the quarter system makes it easier for students to manage their GPA. And she says this because on the quarter system, you have 12 quarters going into your GPA as opposed to 8 semesters, and you're taking more classes overall, so each individual class weighs less heavily on your GPA. So if you get a bad grade in a class, it's easier to make it up, and you do have 11 more quarters to do that. And we all know that a bad grade brings your GPA down more than a good grade brings it up. So it is nice that if you do get a bad grade, it'll be easily brought up. In Crystal Lee's 2016 article, Why the Quarter System, she says, although the quarter system is often under attack for its quick pace, students are focusing on less classes per quarter, which can help them stay more focused and maintain better grades. So we are taking more classes overall, but we're taking less classes at a time. So when finals roll around, you only have to focus on 3 to 4 finals as opposed to 5 or 6. So that can help you maintain a better GPA as well, because you can stay more focused on your individual classes. And the last point I want to talk to you guys about is that it is only 10 weeks and it's a super fast pace. And a lot of people view this as a negative thing, but it actually isn't, because when you get out of college, you're going to go into the real world, and the real world moves at a fast pace, and you don't have time to slow down in your job. You get thrown right into it. Jordan Wolfe, a recent UCLA graduate, said in his 2013 article, The Perks of the Quarter System, we live in a high-speed racetrack of a world. When I came out, I was well prepared because the quarter system tested me with speed and lots of responsibility. So the quarter system does just that. You come in and you realize that you don't have time to procrastinate, you have to be on top of your work, and you have to be responsible for your own work. So although you're getting tests left and right, you have midterms every other week, it really is preparing you for after college. Akshay Sharma says in his 2011 article, The Benefits of the Quarter System, quarter systems give schools a more real-world approach. Fast-paced learning with regular leisure time, making oneself fit better into the professional world. So yeah, just as I said, when you go into the professional world, you will be you'll be more able to adapt to the fast pace than those who come from semester schools, because you have had 4, if not more years dealing with that fast pace. And I think that the whole point of college is to prepare us for the real world, and I think that's why the quarter system is good.
Okay, so although I agree, Emma, that there is more variety in the quarter system, this could also mean that teachers aren't able to go more in depth on certain topics, and they only graze the surface instead of going deeper into it. And like you said, that although 10 weeks is like you said, it'll help you for later on, some students feel that this is still very rushed, and they can feel a lot of pressure just going straight into college, and a lot of extra stress that's unnecessary that they would not feel in the semester system. And there's not enough time between quizzes and midterms, so in terms of the GPA boost, I don't think that this will help their GPA, because since they have less time to study, which will lead to lower scores. And on top of this, teachers feel that there's too much to teach with too little time. I know my physics teacher is having trouble teaching thermodynamics, and he needs way more time than he has. So that's why I still believe that the semester system is bad.
Thank you. And I just want to touch on some of your the things you said. And I know that one of your big things was job opportunity, and you talked about how it's harder for quarter system students to get a job right out of college. But if you're looking for a job ahead of time, which you should be having internships like the summer before and building relationships with places that you want to work. It shouldn't really matter if you come out a month later, because you should have the job lined up prior to graduating. And you did talk about how it's easier transferring from to a semester school, but now a lot of colleges are giving the option for you to transfer to both. Some colleges offer they have you come in and they tell you to look at a plan, are you possibly looking for a semester school and a quarter school, and you'll go on that path. So community colleges are catering to quarter schools now. And you had talked about how we have more time in between tests, and that is good, but then it can also allow us to fall behind. So the frequent testing helps you stay on track, and it can make it so that you don't fall behind in a course and really keep you on top of things. So yeah.